welcome to the Artist Behind the Music Australian series. Today we have Hudson Rose with us all the way from Wingham. Did I get it right?
Yes, you did.
Uh,
Perfect.
yeah, welcome to the show.
Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. So whereabouts is Wingham?
It's about 4 hours north of Sydney or 2 hours north of Newcastle, kind of between, it's near Port Macquarie.
Okay.
Um, and it's near Taree, but inland. So we're not like, Taree's like near kind of, I guess, not the beach, but closer to the beach than we are. And
Oh,
we're kind of inland from that.
lovely. Lovely, lovely. Well, I'll have to come check it out next time I'm overseas.
Definitely. Yeah. It's a beautiful part of the world.
Oh, it really is. Absolutely. Soon enough, we'll be able to do that again.
Yes. Yep.
So how's this year been for you with, music kind of slowing down, shutting down, pivoting to
Yeah.
the virtual world as to you know, the normal way we used to go about doing things?
Yep. No, it's been interesting. I guess the year started for me at the Tamworth Country Music Festival, and it was probably my favourite festival all year, like out of all the years this time. And I think I did 14 shows, which was pretty exciting. And then I guess it kind of went a little bit downhill because of COVID. And I'll just take that out. And so it went a little bit downhill because of COVID, obviously, and going from doing gigs every day to virtually nothing was a little bit weird. I guess I was it threw me a little bit just because of it's such a shift, I guess.
Yeah.
And and so then I was focusing a little bit on writing, and so I was doing some Zoom writing, and it's a whole different world, I think, though, because I think with Zoom, there's that time delay, and people start playing, and then you start playing, and it's all out of time. But I guess we just got to work with what we've got at the moment, and if that's the best we can do, then that's what we do at the moment. But I always thought 2020 would be the year to release music for me. I just thought, it's the start of a new decade. And so I wanted to really keep that. And so I wrote Never See Me Cry in late March, early April. I guess it was kind of being all finalized, and with a friend of mine from Port Macquarie, Jackson James. And I guess it just kind of, there was a little bit of magic in this song, and I guess that kind of kept me going. And so we've been working on the video and the whole recording process of the song, and so that's been my creative outlet, I guess, in 2020.
Yeah, and it's so great. I think just being a musician in this wild time, as awful as it is, that we can't
Yeah.
do our, usual live thing, but it's given us something beautiful to sit down and focus on. I'm grateful to have that gift of music to kind of use as a
Yeah,
distraction through this time, and like creativity and creation and all of
definitely.
those things, right? So this is the
Yeah.
first single that you have ever released.
Yes.
Tell me about how it felt gearing up to it, how you planned it, the
Yeah,
emotions that come up when you're about to release
it's
something.
all of that. I guess there's isn't it? I didn't realize, but I guess it makes sense. There's a whole like range of emotions. Like obviously there's excitement, and there's super nervous, and there's um but I think it's all part of it. I guess I haven't done a lot of recording, and so COVID recording, I guess, is the normal for me at the moment.
Right.
And yeah, and so I'm excited to see, what it's like, getting everyone in the studio, and I guess doing it normally, I guess is normally, but it's been, yeah, yeah, but no, it's been great. I think when I took the lyrics to Jackson, and I guess we both connected to that. It's kind of the song's kind of about not feeling at home in your own home, and I guess how things can change so quickly in a day. And I don't usually talk about my emotions. I think that's why I write songs, and so Jackson connects with that as well. And I guess I just felt a little bit of magic in this song, and so kind of ran with it. And I guess, I don't know, I'm so glad it was my first release. I think it really represents me. I wanted to keep like a mix of traditional and, modern kind of country pop. And so I think we did really well with that. There's some amazing musicians playing on the track. We were lucky enough to have Bill Chambers do slide and banjo. So it's just been an incredible journey, and I'm so grateful for the support of everyone and the input. I think it really takes a group of people to make this song come to life. So
Yeah. That's what I love about music, how it's not just a one-man show, right? It takes
yeah,
a
there's
team
so many
to
people
launch.
behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So just a shout out to all those people that that are behind the scenes of a song.
definitely.
Definitely more than just the person singing.
That's it. And that's what you see, isn't it? I guess you see, the finished product, but there are so many people behind the scenes that are working and making that happen. So thank you to everyone that was involved. It couldn't have happened without you.
Right. It's so cool. It's just it's crazy how many conversations and planning and strategizing sessions are
Yeah.
behind the scenes of something that feels so simple. When you
Yes,
listen to the
definitely.
song, it just makes you feel something, right? And then really
Definitely.
there's this
Yeah.
like whole machine behind a song, which is
And sharing those experiences, I think, is really nice as well. People that have similar mindsets to you and can kind of get really excited about those things that you're getting excited about. I think that's really cool.
yeah, I agree completely. What would you say one of the biggest challenges you've had so far this year have been, and what kind of tools did you use to overcome that?
I think my biggest challenge was with writing. I found it really hard to find inspiration, I think, when we were kind of not allowed to leave our houses. And so, because I usually get inspiration from people that I talk to and conversations that I have or places that I go and what I see. And, not having that normal kind of interaction is hard. And but I always write down little lines of lyrics and in my notes in my phone. And so I went back to that and I'm like, okay, well, what was I feeling at the time? Or how can we make this into a song? And, um, and so I think that really worked for me as well to try and kind of keep pushing through writing. Um, but I think now gigs are getting back, up and running a little bit here. It's been really great to get out and just kind of perform. And it feels weird though once you haven't been performing for a while, and then you jump in and you're like, geez, it's like exercise, and you stop exercising.
For sure, it's definitely a different energy you get from being in front of people as opposed to just being behind a camera playing to
Definitely.
an audience of who knows how many, right? It's such a different.
Yeah, that's it. Could be anyone. That's what
Totally.
I was talking to someone about. I think the future of being an artist is, you'll have to be able to perform in front of a camera and in a live audience. So it would be interesting, I think, to watch and see.
It absolutely will be interesting. And I also find it so neat how we're able to stream these concerts that, could be fully produced and stream it onto the internet where people can now connect with it all over the world. So I'm just so
Yeah.
curious, even if like live shows in the future become this virtual streamed event as well,
Yeah.
then all of a
Yeah.
sudden your audience just like magnifies, right?
It'd be crazy. I think definitely. Yeah, one to watch.
Yes, absolutely. There's so many different shifts and pivots that I feel will happen over the months and years to come for sure. So when you're
Yes.
not doing music, what are you doing?
I'm a student, and so I just finished my HSC. I finished my last exam not too long ago, so it's been really good. I guess it's a bit, that time where you're like, I've just finished this really long part of my life, and I'm like, well, what do I do now? And I did want to travel. I wanted to go over to Nashville and have a bit of a look, and I guess that's the country musician dream, isn't it? Just to
Absolutely.
um, so, but I will get there. Just I'll put that on hold a little bit. But I guess I'm writing. I also work in a dress shop, so I've been working there for a while. But I just love getting out and exploring when I'm, not doing music. I think trying to experience the world. My little motto is if live without regrets, and I think you only live once, and so get out and do as much as you can. So I just love experiencing life.
Oh, that's so true and so important. So important. So with your new single, let's hear about some of the successes that you have had so far with Never See Me Cry.
Yeah, it's been great. So just before the single was released, we started working with Czech label services and Cobalt Music Publishing. So they've been really supportive in pushing the song. The other week we just got added to the CMT playlist, so that's been super exciting. I'm yet to see it, so I have to turn on the television and watch that channel. And but I'll keep an eye out. I know yours has been added, so I'll keep an eye out for that one as well. It's yeah, when you're like, I know them. It's, but no, it's been great. We've been in the Country Thunder charts, the Aussie 20 and the International 20 for the last 4 weeks. So that's been really great for the support. And then we're in the Australian country radio chart. So it's been really great. I guess I didn't know what to expect with releasing my first song. And so I could not be happier with the response. It's just been so overwhelming, but so amazing at the same time.
Yeah, isn't that cool? You just never know when you put something out, you're like, what's gonna happen? I have no idea.
That's it.
And when we just let it fly and be whatever it wants to be without expectations, I think it makes the journey a little bit more fun. I think there's definitely something to expecting a result with music because you can never expect or control what, people are going to like at that time or listen to at that moment.
Yeah.
It's just, do the work and put it out there, and that's really all you can do. Just let it fly
and see what happens. I guess it's and like I had no idea how to even look at charts on radios and all that, so I'm learning every step of the way. I think on the morning of the 16th of October when it was released, we checked I got sent a message from a friend about the iTunes country charts, and we were sitting at number 2. We debuted at number 2, which was incredible. But it's like a surreal feeling. Like I'm like, is this real? I don't know. It's I'm a little bit shocked, but
I totally know that feeling. It's an odd moment when you're like, I need to read that again. Did that happen?
You're like, but no, it's been amazing. So can't wait to release the next one.
Yeah. So do you have plans for a future release?
Yeah. So we've got a bit of a fun summer one in the works at the moment. So hopefully early 2021, that one will be out, and then hopefully release. We've got a few more. One that I'm really excited to release, but I don't think it's ready yet. So that one will be out. But yeah, definitely some more music to come.
Cool. Very exciting. Well, I would love to hear a song. You're ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
The story in the song.
Okay, so this one, I guess I thought I'd do one that I wrote during COVID, and I wrote this song with Sammy White, who is the 2020 and 2021, I guess, Toyota Star Maker winner. And so she writes some amazing songs, and she had this line that was, we were talking about, I guess, so she just won Star Maker earlier this year, and it was, she was on a really big high, and it was great. Like they go on tour and do some really, really cool things. And then COVID came, and that kind of all stopped. And so she had this line, and it said, when the wheels start turning, they soon fall off. And I guess that's an interesting concept, because it's like you're getting momentum, and then it kind of all of a sudden just stops. And so we kind of came up with this song, and it's called Rollaway Track. So I'll play it for you now.
Start turning, they soon fall off. There's never much time between rolling on and waiting at the next stop. Maybe I'm the face off. Unfortunate luck. I could grab my way through it, but I've never been one to make a fuss. Just get it done. Railroading on a one-way track, doing the best with the time we had. Full steam ahead, no looking back. All aboard this long forgotten ironclad, winding. magic in a different time, in a distant place. Oh, sweet escape. Railroaded on a one-way track, doing the best with the time we have. Full steam ahead, no looking back. All aboard this long forgotten, ironclad, winding railroad track. Part and parcel and paving pride. All aboard the train of life. Railroaded on a one-way track, doing the best with the time we have. Full steam ahead, no looking back. Railroaded on a one-way track, doing the best with the time we have. Full steam ahead, no looking back. All aboard this long forgotten, ironclad, winding railroad track. The railroad track.
Thank you.
That song, it's got a nice groove to it. It's got a nice story. I think that's kind of a very relevant song for this year for a lot of people that have
Yeah,
been.
I think it's, yeah, and I guess, that's the beautiful thing about music is, people relate and connect to it differently in their own way, but I think it is, it's definitely that kind of thing is on a lot of people's minds, I think, about, you get momentum and then it kind of slows down a little bit, but yeah, no, that was lots of fun writing with Sammy.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a beautiful song. Who have been some of your major influences?
I guess I love watching writers. So I think like Josh Kerr, I think writes some amazing songs with Maddie and Tay, and even Spencer Crandall. I think I've recently listened to his music and he has some amazing songs. But then I guess Australian influences is the McLean ones. They're just amazing. Mel Dyer. I think Imogen Clark has some great stuff, and even Lynn Botel and Andrew Swift have been, Andrew has been kind of mentoring me, I guess, through this whole first release process. And so he's had some great hints and tips and been really, really helpful. So
yeah, he's great. He was on the show earlier.
Yes, I did see that. No, he's, such an amazing person. So, but I think drawing influences from all sorts of areas. I've always been a really massive Keith Urban fan and Kelsey Ballerini. So yeah, there's just a couple.
Just a few.
Yeah.
That's great. I know whenever that question is asked, it's like, oh my gosh, here's the scroll. Where does it begin, right? Because I think
I know, right? It's, yeah.
Places. Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, that's so great. All right. Well, let's hear another song from you.
Okay. Well, I thought we'll do the original, or the single.
Yeah.
So let's do that. This is Never See Me Cry. And I guess I kind of explained a little bit what it's about earlier. It's, not feeling at home in your own home, I guess, kind of how things can change so quickly in a day, and not kind of wanting the world to see how you're feeling or how you're dealing with that. I guess it's kind of like a facade that you're kind of putting up. So this is Never See Me Cry.
Saturday when everything changed. When you said my name, it didn't feel the same. Standing in this house alone, now it doesn't feel like my home. Foundations unknown. Something I said or that I did. Can you me why our stories never fit. These walls, they're so paper thin. You didn't know I was listening to every word. Words can hurt. You weren't patient, but you had the time to say what's on your mind. All the bridges that you're burning down, a wall goes up inside of my mind. I think it's time to say goodbye, saying all the things I know you wanted to hear. Been waiting here patiently, holding back the tears in my eyes. You're never gonna see me cry. Day to day, you're walking through the door. Take it day by day, I don't see you anymore. These walls, they're caving in. I'm standing here pretending it'll be fine. I'm breaking inside. You weren't patient, but you had the time to say what's on your mind. All the bridges that you're burning down, a wall goes up inside of my mind. I think it's time to say goodbye, saying all the things I know you wanted to hear. Been waiting here patiently, holding back the tears in my eyes. You're never gonna see me cry. Oh no. Two Geminis stand so far apart. It takes more sometimes to heal a broken heart. The tides are changing, this world's rearranging before my eyes. Oh, thought I'd be willing if we had the time and we could just rewind. Oh, but I get the kind of feeling I'm leaving you behind. I've stopped saying all the things I know you wanted to hear. And if I could do it differently, there'd be no fear in my life. I'd let the tears fall this time. For this time.
Thank you.
Ah, beautiful song. I really like
Thank
it. You
you.
have such a crisp, clear voice. Your tone is beautiful. I love it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. So we're not in Australia. We can't watch it on CMT, so we can check it out on YouTube.
Yes, definitely. So we've put together a music video. That was definitely a process. It's but check it out. I think the music video really complements the song. I love it personally. So check it out. Let me know what you think. But yeah, on YouTube, and then you can stream the song on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, whatever your major streaming platform is. It'll be there.
Perfecto. What was your favorite part about filming a music video?
I think just like I love creating the stories in the music videos, and I think I guess music videos is the first one I've done, but
Okay.
but I think we went to find I wanted something that was kind of originally something that was really homely, and I guess like a warm fireplace kind of thing, and something that felt homely but you didn't want to be there sort of thing. But we found this old kind of derelict house on a property just out near where I live, and it's out of like big concrete blocks, Besser blocks, and has no floor, no doors, windows, roof or anything, and it's got trees growing through it. And so we removed some of the trees and put like a floor down, a temporary floor. It was just out of ply sheets, and brought furniture into this house. It was definitely not livable, but we brought furniture into this house, and I guess it was almost falling apart. Like there was some of the better blocks were falling. There was like moss on the walls, and I guess Jackson was there and he filmed the video, and so it was Jackson, myself, and my mum. And Jackson and I looked at each other and we said, "Yep, this is happening." And Mum goes, "Oh dear, this is a lot of work." But we did it. I think it was we were filming one Saturday and we started filming. We brought in the furniture and put the floor down in the morning, and then started filming about 2:00. And Mum and my sister were still setting up the house, and then we didn't finish filming until about 11:00, and then had to take the floor up because it was going to rain, but we just beat the rain. But I think back to the question, I do that sometimes. But
that's perfect. Yeah, I love that story.
I guess my favorite, I guess my favorite part is the stories, and just kind of, finding what the song wants to, what you see with the song visually, and I think finding ways to create that, and even editing. I think there's so many possibilities when editing a video together, and so I think just exploring those is really interesting to me.
Yeah, so fun. Yeah, everyone go check out the video. It's great.
Definitely.
I always like to end these sessions with the question: if you had one message to share with the world, what would that be?
I did an interview the other day, and they asked if I was the Prime Minister for a day, what would I do? And it's a difficult question. I think I'd just share, keep trying. I think it's very typical that's like a very typical response, but I think never give up. My motto, as I said it earlier, but I think you only live once, and so just do it. Just try and see where that goes. I believe it's kind of like, it's a weird concept, but I think it's like a contract, and I guess we're kind of here for a reason. Everyone's here for a reason, and your contract's kind of, I don't know, it's planned out for you. So I think give things a go and try your best, and see where it takes you.
Yeah, good answer. I like that. You're right. Things are kind of laid out for us, right? And it's up to us to take them on as experiences and journeys or not.
Yeah, definitely.
That's beautiful. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me, Hudson.
Thanks for having me.
Songs, beautiful conversation. It was great to get to know you.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I'll have to come to Canada. It's definitely. So when we can travel, we'll definitely have to work something out.
Absolutely, my door will be open for you.
Thank you.
You betcha.